G'day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning into today's gardening video on YouTube. Rarely ever say titles like that. First off, we've got some bluebells. Nice Spanish bluebells. I've got packets of seeds. I've got zinnia and I've got galladia. Let me just show you the name, of course. There it is there. I've actually got 2 seed packs. But the first thing I want to show you is look how my backyard garden is doing. We've got some cornflower seeds. It has shown a few signs of seedlings that haven't been germinating that well because the sun has been relatively awful. And next up, we've actually got a whole bunch of amazing mishmash of seeds. We've actually got nasturtiums, and we've actually got a couple of insects that were falling early on. Some meadow plants. I feel like I need to try and replenish some more of that. We've got nasturtium that's starting to actually pop out really nicely. I might transplant this thing later on. And of course, we've got a small tree that's nicely germinating, actually generating some buds. We've also got a wild cabbage, which looks like, wow, look at the flowers. They're popping up in clusters. That's amazing, isn't it? And look, there's actually some of the few flowers that have actually started to blossom. How beautiful is that? And let me just show you. Okay, there's the side of it. Okay, I've got a few blossoms of wild cabbage flowers. Some of these meadow plants have actually started to germinate. Not from what I can realise, hey. There's also more of this stuff here. Okay, and then we've also got extra bits of weeds. I feel like I need to try and weasel and weed out all of the weeds and stuff. Then we've also got some cosmos. They've actually been doing fantastic, these little things. I need to transplant some of them because I've actually got a lot of recyclable plant pots. Then I've also got this bird feeder. My mum actually gave this to me. It was actually both my mum and dad. They both bought them to me. A couple of extra bird food, and I also inserted more bird food onto that thing. Little suet pellets, I think that's what they call these things. Anyways, as I'm tracking along, we've also got some more weeds taking over some sort of big plant pot of some sort. Then we've also got what looks like to be extra bits of foxgloves. I'm actually going to leave these alone because I do know that they are actually starting to grow, even though the plants have actually started to decay. That's not actually a very good sign. But then we've also got other plants which I believe are starting to crawl out. We've actually got all sorts and all kinds of, different types of plants. And who knows, there's actually quite a lot of things. That used to be the old lavender sort of section here. Unfortunately, that's been straightforward taken down. I feel like I need to get rid of these nasty, spiky, weedy things. Maybe another time. Then we've also got some other seeds that have started to germinate as well. Lots and lots of different meadow plants. That's why I feel like I don't think it really needs that much. I feel like I need to cut down the grass. But I want the cornflowers to really live. I want this patch to be kept and preserved, I think. And, of course, yes. So I'm going to straightforward shorten this one up a bit because I need to head upstairs because my dad's coming. So what, I'm going to leave those seeds in there for another time whenever I start doing some gardening. And I've also got an onion, which I might talk about in this video. You might be thinking, oh, Ivan, why have you got an onion? Well, the reason is because it's showing signs of sprouting. And that's the thing I've actually realised. I might try and find a way to actually peel some of the onion pieces and actually make this thing grow. That's actually quite a very good trick. Best thing about using supermarket groceries is that whenever things are growing, well, whenever you start to throw away, or whenever you think about food waste, think again. Try and grow some of these. Might talk about that in another video, but hey, I'm going to start straightforward, grow one of these, galladia and zinnia, because both of these plants are drought tolerant. Anyways, if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, subscribe for more for that videos in the future, and as always, thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.